So shall I make a start on the end?
Yeah, go for it. I feel like everyone's back.
You
Yeah,
feel like
go for
everybody's
it.
back. Yeah. So I know James is very keen for me to let you know that there is an evaluation form. I'm sure it will be added to the chat. Oh, there's that's the thing to follow. So as we know, because we've all been trainees at one time or another, it's really valuable to give feedback. And so if you can get that done and sent off, I know James and Nicola really appreciate that. So from my point of view, to talk about what is going to be happening next, so myself and the other chairs are going to arrange another meeting, have a look at everything that's been put down on the Padlet, which I loved using actually, and I love looking at how you can see everybody's discussions in real time. That's really effective. I've never used it before. Really love it. So we'll be having a look, seeing what the themes are, putting things together, and what we think would be another great community of practice event. Please, now I know it's been mentioned about momentum and keeping things up, and I'm very conscious of that. So if you've already been a member of PPN for a while, you'll know that they are really good at keeping up with email updates. They do that a lot. So I'm going to propose that we use that as a format to keep everybody sort of like updated in where we're at and what we're up to. And then when we've got something together of what we'd like to do, you'll be informed in good time, because we're all really busy people and things need to be put in diaries, don't they? So that's the plan going forward. I don't know if any of the chairs want to add anything to that, or anybody else.
Louise, if I could jump in for a sec, I wasn't sure whether we'd, and it came up in our breakout room, whether we'd clarified who the other chairs were. And also we could put a quick poll out if you're happy for us to do that in the chat, just to get people's views on frequency of the COP, whether it's 2 monthly, 3 monthly, 6 monthly.
Yeah, that would be really helpful. But yeah, go ahead, the other chairs.
Well, Dom's gone, as we said, but before he left, he did say that his provisional, he would do it. So I think that's great, but Dom has gone. So we'll just need to take his email. Well, Nicola's got his email address, and obviously you, Lou, you can take that. And then I also sneakily checked with Anika in the break, who was my other provisional yes, and she has also agreed to do it, as well as chairing the MHWP network. So we can also keep her up to date. I don't know if she's still here, but I've said it now, Anika, so you can't go back. The only thing we don't have is we do have a CYP. Do we have a CYP?
Yes, but they couldn't make it today. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Fantastic. So we are a full house of co-chairs.
Oh, I'm also co-chairing with Louise.
Oh yes, sorry.
We just have 2 for PWP, but yeah.
There are so many of you, it makes sense, to be honest. I just you and Lou blend into one for me, so I forget. But yeah, so I think we are a full house.
Right.
Can I just jump in with that as well? I was saying to James before, if we're going to learn from kind of the challenges that Liz presented earlier, one of the things she said, it was kind of keeping the chairs in place and making sure that that's pushing forward. So I wonder whether if anyone is here and does feel really passionately about it, obviously we have 2 for PWP, but we don't have 2 for all of the other professions. It would be about contacting James and Nicola and letting them know if you feel really passionately and you want to help out, even if it's something like maybe just writing a piece for the website and helping with that, or whatever you can do to kind of help the community of practice. I think, again, strength in numbers, more support, it keeps it kind of in everyone's mind.
And also, as that just made me think, Liz talked about subgroups, didn't she, of the COP? So you could also have some, you know, some people in charge of certain subgroups. So if anyone does have a particular passion, you mentioned research earlier, Louise, or, you know, looking at the diversity element and the inclusion element of it, we could also have little champions of different areas of the COP. So yeah, absolutely. We anticipated that we would struggle with engagement and have been honestly blown away by how many of you are here today. So if you have got a particular interest, 100% get in touch. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, and looking by the Padlets, people have really got involved and given some great ideas.
So good.
Yeah, which we will be looking at. I did want to say some thanks as well, obviously, to Marianne and Lou for being really tenacious in pushing this forward, but also for James and Nicola for capturing that and helping it come forward. It's much appreciated. And for today, thank you ever so much, Molly, for the slide decks. That's fantastic. Thank you for that. Obviously, we had Liz Kell here. She's obviously been and gone. But it was so good to hear from her because I know I can speak for myself and Lou. We looked at what they did in the Northwest as a community of practice. We went, we want that. And she came and sort of shared her knowledge really generously. Also for Sunny and the CPD element, I think it's so valuable to get that out of it. And I think it's something that we really want to take forward. And it's such an interesting perspective, the way that she was coming from that sort of walking alongside somebody psychologically through their physical health journey. Whereas perhaps at the minute we do it as somebody who's been diagnosed, had the medication stabilized, and then we do it. So that was a really interesting perspective to look at. Thank you to Anika and Dom, obviously. I don't know if they're here or they're gone. So nice to hear about their role. I was unaware of what they do, but I think what I've concluded listening to them today and what I know about the CYPs is I believe the wellbeing practitioners are just holding up the entire mental health service. Yeah, I don't know. It just sounds like we probably are. So that was what I wanted to sort of bring it to a close, but I'll put it to everybody else if they wanted to say anything else.
Just reflecting on the poll, it seems that 3 months is the preferred option for meeting.
Fair enough.
So I guess as next steps, Louise, I guess you'll be convening a meeting with the other co-chairs. I'd be happy to come along to that along with Molly and possibly Nicola if she's available.
Fab.
And then we can help sort of plan things going forward. Oh, and Marianne, yes. Brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
Super.
Yeah.
And as I think, as you said, you know, anyone else who's got a particular interest in being involved, if you've got particular skills with graphic design or, you know, wanting to sort of produce a bulletin, and that would be very welcome as well.
Well, thank you, everyone. Then I think we could give people 6 minutes of their lives back, James and Lou, if we're done. That is a very practitioner finish. That bang on time, not a moment late.
Is this where we say you're free to leave?
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks very much, everyone.
Thanks, Jenny.
Thanks to the organisers and thanks to the
thanks everyone
to everyone who's given their time to attend. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks very much. Bye.
Thanks, Lindsay.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
See.